Hi, everyone. My Twitch did not refresh, so that was strange. Hi, I am Simon at WanderingDM. Welcome to today's Witcher game for Jasper's Game Day. Um, I will be GMing this fine group of players who'll get to introduce themselves in a moment, but I wanted to let everyone know that we are gathering money today for Jasper's Game Day, and one thing of note is that Talon and Claw are giving away a Siege DM screen to the person who will have donated the most in a single donation across all the games that happened today. So if you want to win that beautiful, beautiful DM screen, make sure that no one can beat you. The winner will be picked first thing tomorrow. Before we go into the game, let's just take a quick moment, introduce the cast that we have for today's game. We'll begin with overlay, the person right under me on the overlay. So we'll start with Rymac and we'll go counterclockwise. So just tell us in a few words who you are and who you're playing today.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ryan Mack. I'm a artist and music producer. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube. And today I'm going to be playing Jet Garrison, a halfling criminal.
Thank you, Rymac. Next up is Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. Today I'm going to be playing a dwarven priest called Harold. So we'll see how that goes for me. Back to you. Thank you, Simon.
Matt, you're next.
Hi, I'm Matt, or Flotuna on the internet. I'm just a student somewhere in the UK, and I'm going to be playing Simal Ape Rooney, an elven doctor.
And on the other side of our overlay, we'll begin with Josh.
Hey, my name is Josh. I'm a freelance tabletop game designer and variety streamer here on Twitch. Today I am playing Tannic Perko, a human mage.
Up next, we have Kelly.
Hello, I'm Kelly, the Opera Geek, and today I'm reviving a Witcher character that I've been playing before, named Sisha of Gwen Creasa, a Witcher of the Griffin School.
And last but certainly not least amongst our cast today is Gil.
Hey, I'm playing a Witcher named Slade, and I am the DM that runs a lot of the games off of Are You Sure and Do That. And yeah, that's it.
And our adventure today will take place in the land of Kedwin, far to the north of the continent. We are far from the front lines of the war. We are, for those of you who played the Witcher video games, we would be between The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. So a few of the things that happened in the last Witcher game has not happened yet. And we will avoid any spoilers, even though the game came out like 10 years ago. But yes, we are in Kedwin, near the capital of Ardkarag, and a local noble by the name of Lord Zintar has gathered to his side people who he was indebted to. He sent out a message to character names. Kaimal and Harold, to let them know that he had an interesting proposition for them, a way to square away his debts, and at the same time, potentially give the two of them something that they would have never dreamed of. And so Lord Zintar called the two of you up to Ardkarag and at the same time sent out a message to a few other resourceful individuals. Slade, Tisha, Jet, and Panic, because his proposition has a bit of a mm, underlying issue. And he said that all of you would have something worthwhile to speak of by the time this is all done, but also that he is wealthy, very wealthy, and he wishes nothing else but to give away the last of his fortune to those who could tie up some loose ends for him. And so the six of you made their way to Ardkarag on a cold spring morning. The snow has barely started to melt. A few of the rivers have already gone out of their beds, flooding the nearby regions. You pass by a few hamlets and thorps on your way to the fortified city. Lord Zintar has bid you to meet him in a fine establishment by the name of the Red Mare. It is an upscale cabaret, and he says he's rented a whole private room to himself so that you could speak away from prying eyes and ears. As we begin our game inside the Red Mare, the door to the private room opens, and I would like to know, dear players, who is the first among you to enter, and what do you look like?
I guess I'll go in first. He's fairly tall, bald, scarred up pretty badly, and kind of walks with a limp. I'll take a seat if there is one.
Yes, there's 12 seats in all. They're all nicely cushioned chairs with high backs and carved armrest. Like, no expenses was spared in this place. And in fact, as a Witcher, you probably look a little out of place in here.
I'll try to sit and look as regal as possible, which is not probably working, but
Lord Zintar, just so you know, is an individual in his 60s. He still looks physically fit, though there's a thick layer of fat over his muscles. The man used to be a man of war, a soldier before settling in once he was awarded his titles of nobility. He has a very well groomed silver white beard and piercing green eyes. He's dressed in furs. Most of them dyed in not going to say unnatural colors, but for example, he's wearing a vest made of it's like a pelt, a wolf pelt, but it's been dyed dark red completely, which is, unnatural for a wolf, but color that's not, he's not dressed in like fuchsia and teal and neon colors. But that was him. Slade, you came in. Who's the next person to arrive? And what do they look like?
I think in stark contrast to that, you see Tannic stride in. He's got these very fine robes about him. And most significant, I think that you would notice, aside from the long brown hair that kind of flows in the wind as he enters in, he wears these interesting pants. They're almost this like shiny, like greased leather material. Some new type of fashion that he believes is going to become all the rage. And as he walks in, he'll swing by the bar downstairs, grabbing a cup of some fine wine, and proceed to the private room.
You sit down at one of the many empty chairs, wine in hand, and almost as soon as you sit down, the door swings open again. It seems like this is very strange, but everyone's coming in almost one after the other. Who would be the third person to come in?
Be happy to step in next. So you see a dwarf, except for a very long beard. It looks almost somewhat bedraggled. There is significant wrinkles on his face, and his clothes, once fine, seem to be distressed, as if someone has had a great fall from grace. He comes in trying not to make too much eye contact, apart from to the Lord Zinthar, who he quietly sits down in a corner and clutches a glass of water.
Lord Zintar is about to speak to Harold, and his half of his sentence, he goes like, "Oh, Harold," and the door swings open again, letting in a fifth person. I don't remember how many people have gone in.
Some number of people.
Yeah. Next. Oh,
I would be last, so if everybody else is in there.
I think Simmel, she'll kind of come in quietly, middle of the pack, and just try and quickly find her way to a seat and just sit down. She wasn't aware there'd be many more people than just her and the Lord, so she is quite nervous.
The Lord would give you a respectful nod before the door opens again, letting in our second to last guest.
Which I suppose would be me.
That would be you.
What enters in is about a 3 to 4 foot tall humanoid. Hiding their features, you can see jetpack hair emerging from under a large hood and cloak that covers their entire figure, and they have a bundle of a mask tight to their face, up above the nose, and their eyes are darting around, sort of studying everybody, recognizing, like, trying to remember faces, remember key things in the room, is just looking around very quietly, steps in and steps to the side of the door and just quietly leans against the wall.
The door doesn't get to shut this time because that's just getting silly. So on the heels of this person comes in a rather tall human female, very pale, whose hair looks like she's probably been cutting it herself with a dagger, which is actually the case. She's dressed in a mishmash of different leathers with silver studs. She has both her swords on her back and a quite disfiguring scar of 4 lines that run across her eye and back into her hairline. And around her shoulders is sleeping a very large gray and white cat.
I forgot about the cat. Zintar pours himself a glass, a cup of wine from one of the many bottles on that are on the table. And then he looks to the door, waits for a beat or two. Good morning, everyone. Simmel, Harold, it is nice to see you both again. You're probably wondering why so many of you were invited. I have good and interesting news for you all. I found a way, Simul Harold, to square away our little back and forth of favors we've been having for a while. How? What would you say if I offered you a noble estate in the countryside?
I haven't had a place to stay for a while. That would be quite nice. Quite nice. Quite nice.
Well, it would be yours, both, however you want to split that. The land would be yours as well. It's 100 acres, partially wooded, partially fields. Some of them are being used for farming by some of my serfs. You would lord over everything. We can go into the details. In fact, my major domo at the estate can definitely go over everything with you. There's just this one teensy tiny
Catch.
yes, which is why I called upon Panic, Slade, and Sisha. They are witchers. Mr. Tanik is a mage of some renown. And, well, we can never go wrong with having someone who knows how to get around the populace, which is why I was going to say Rymac, but that's not the name of your character. Jet is here as well. I haven't been to my estate in quite some time. In fact, I am planning on leaving for some family in Nilfgaard before the whole war breaks out. I would rather be far away from this dreary place. If and he downs the entire glass of wine in one shot and takes another glass, pours himself another glass. I think someone's trying to steal everything I own from under my nose. Started with my wife. And now it's probably my land and my estate and my people. My major domo, Vlad, has refused to answer my letters for the past 3 months. I tried sending messengers, some of them well-armed, mercenaries, if you will. None of them have come back. Feels like this, whoever's behind all of this, which I believe, and he looks to Tanik, says, I believe something magical is going on. What could be more persuasive than bags of gold? I have spent thousands of crowns so far thinking I had the loyalty of either messengers or even my own people or these brutes, and no one has dared come back to me. I've spent quite a lot of money to get a mage to look into it. He did some thing with a bowl of water, and he said he could see what was happening at the estate, and that everyone was there living their best lives, milling about on the street, the small hamlet surrounding the estate. Gardeners were tending my garden. The guards were patrolling. In fact, even the farmers in the field were doing whatever it is farmers do. I just can't believe everyone would ditch me like that. I don't want to have anything to do with that estate anymore. So, Simmel, Harold, you go there, make sure everything's in order, and it's yours. Which is why you'll probably need the help of everyone else. Everyone else, I am willing to pay for your services. How would 1,000 crown look each? 1,000 crown each, except Simmel and Harold, you'll get the house.
It's persuasive.
It's the
Quarters up
least.
front and the rest when we're done.
Make a I have to
The
make
meter
a
under
business.
your head says that I'm being very persuasive.
The what under your head?
The one you get in the game that says how pissed off you are.
But yeah, that would be a either a business or a well, your choice between, you know, a social skill. I don't know if you're trying to intimidate him into giving you the money. I doubt that Sisha is seducing him into giving her half up front. Persuasion might work.
Yeah, because my Axie is not high enough to do the Jedi mind trick.
Can I attempt to assist with this? Is there a mechanic? Because I have very good social skills.
Yes. What we'll do
Are you
is
insulting my social skills?
No, I'm trying to help.
how do you help, Fennec?
I think I will use the grooming and style skill, as I am very familiar with navigating these kind of high society discussions, and we'll try to lean into that expertise to push things in the right direction.
All right. I'll say make a grooming roll. If you do not fumble, you will give Sisha a +2 to her check.
All right.
Fumble is a 1, basically. So roll a d10 and it's a crit. So criticals in The Witcher, like you can see on Roll20, there's a button called critical. Critical fumble. 2 seconds. I'm going to mute myself just a moment. The printer went live. So if you click on the critical button on your sheet, it'll add another d10. Basically, if it's another 10, you get to roll again and again and again. But that's a 24, so we'll go with a +4. Just by Tanik's mere presence, Sisha, Lord Zentar is more inclined to listen.
All right, so let's have fun with my... I forgot how Witcher empathy works. Oh, good. Well done.
Yeah, you and Slade have some very high empathy. With
Can't I do intimidation? Sorry.
With a +4, that's a 10. Lord Zentar looks at all of you and says, I can do a quarter up front.
Can I tell if he's willing to pay more money overall? Like, 1,000 lowballing us?
Ooh. Make a human perception check.
Okay.
That's found under your empathy.
Okay.
Human perception is basically what you would call insight in D&D.
And there's no additional modifiers or anything like that. Just straight.
I was gonna say we'll add the +4 for
Okay.
Josh's roll from earlier. With a 9, you're fairly certain he could go higher, but you're not sure how high. You're pretty certain that you could probably push it, but if you push it too much, it might backfire.
All right. So I'll say, how many did you say you sent already, and none of them came back? You think it's just because they didn't find you worthy to work for? What if it's something killing them? This sounds like a more dangerous job than you're leading us to believe.
I would not lead you to a trap. Look, last time, I sent in a team of, I think there were 5. Let's say they were 5 plus whatever donations come in before we get there. So it's
How do we
nothing to be
find them
worried
now?
about.
Thanks, though. Roll to give us friends.
Then I'll say, I think 1,000's a little short. I think we're looking more at 1,300.
All right, but I can only give you 300 up front. I'm honest here. This room, you wouldn't believe how expensive it is to rent a private room at the Red Mare.
I do.
Well, see?
I would like to have some more information, though. First off, you said first your wife, but then you proceeded to talk about money for 20 minutes and never mention her again. So what happened to your wife?
Well, she stayed at the estate. I'm fairly certain she intended to divorce me and take everything away from me. Hence why, with my power as a lord, I am bestowing the estate to someone else. You're allowed to kick her out of the house if you want
So
to.
that she could then try to take it from them.
No, it would belong to them. Them and them alone.
And you've gotten absolutely no reports back from your estate.
None. None for 3 months.
And the hydromancer couldn't tell you anything.
He said that he saw in his bowl of water, I couldn't see anything but water, that everyone was just, and I quote, living their best lives.
All right. I mean, I'm getting a little bored, so I might as well.
Here, I'll go to my room 1 moment. I'll come back with the gold. And he leaves the private room. You have a few minutes to talk amongst yourselves if you wanted to. Otherwise, we'll fast forward to when Lord Zintar comes back. If you wanted to introduce yourselves to each other, that would be the perfect time.
How did you two manage to get this estate?
Well, he's had some issues before and some missions that he's sent some people on, and they came to seek my aid whilst I was wandering around, and in the end, that gave me enough favor to be called for an estate. I'm honestly shocked that I'm getting this much for it. I'm not sure about. What's your name, Harold?
Harold looks up, glances at the group, and then just quietly looks back down at his hands, not really making eye contact. Just remain silent.
Good bit of favor. Better since the last time I saw you, at least. Maybe fortune has swung the other way.
Life has been very unfair. Very unfair. And I've discovered that money isn't everything. And the most important things can never be replaced by baubles. And he goes back to his glass of water.
Well, you're either about to get very lucky or very unlucky.
Sisha's just, she's leaning against the wall. She's kind of taking the measure of everyone in the group. She's not met any of them, and she's not sure that this group might be able to accomplish what the man thinks they can.
If you glance at Jet, Jet has just been looking you up and down for about 2 minutes now.
Lord Zintar comes. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Sure. Oi, you witcher.
No, I wear 2 swords for fun. Are you a halfling?
You ever kill anyone?
Depends on what you count as anyone.
People.
I did not understand what you said, actually. I can't hear you. People? Like people? Sure. Yes, let's just say I'm not that welcome in Redania anymore.
Can't imagine. A lot of people don't like your eyes.
And people love you so much, I'm sure.
Yeah, not really.
I was being sarcastic. I'm sorry, it did not come across.
I like you. I think we'll work well together. Though the rest of this lot, though, doesn't seem like we're going to be exactly walking into a tea party. I wonder if any of them have ever killed anybody or had to fight for their lives.
Rimic, you would see that I'm also a Witcher too.
This is looking you up and down now.
Do you wear your viper symbol out, or do you tuck it in?
I would wear it out.
So Sisha just kind of looks over and chuckles and says, "Oh yes, go ask the viper if he's ever killed anybody. Maybe he keeps a list."
Not enough paper.
You make a game out of it. You compare notes.
They're not important enough to write down.
Oof.
Why? And she just smiles, which it very much looks like the smile of someone who's seen other people smile and is attempting to also smile.
What about you? Harold was your name?
Harold glances up when you say his name, and there are no obvious weapons in his hands. But to your kind of keen eye, you can tell that his clothing, that underneath his clothing, some of it's armored, but no obvious weapons. But he looks down quickly, trying not to make eye contact.
He looks like a man that's killed someone.
Who are you talking to?
Harold.
When you say that?
I'm just the general room.
You look a bit frightened, Harold. You sure you're up for this? Could be dangerous.
I pay my favors.
All right. Fair enough.
Lord Zintar would come back at this point, a lacquered wooden box in his hand, and says, I didn't have time to split it, so I'll leave it to you to count the crowns out, but there should be 1,800 crowns in there for your troubles. And here, and he would also slide a rolled up sheet of paper on the table. Directions to the estate. You might need them.
Harold takes the scroll of directions and then moves towards the mage. Leaves the money alone completely.
Jet will wander up to the box, open it, and just start counting out 300 for himself. For themselves.
Once he's done, I'll count out my money and the money for the other Witcher, and then I'll hand it to her.
She tucks it in one of the pouches that she has lining her belt.
Do you have your symbol out, visible?
Her symbol, she wears a traveling cloak, so it's out, but it is partially covered.
Okay.
So it depends on how much study you've done of the other schools.
Yeah.
You'll only really be seeing the bottom about third of it.
Okay. Yeah, he would try to look and see which one you are, since he wears his out pretty proudly.
You could make a Witcher training check. That's on your professional skill, so that's like a special skill that you have only as a Witcher.
Okay.
It's like on the second tab.
Yeah, I see it. I got you.
17, you would see, by what you can see of the medallion, it looks to be a bird's head, which
Okay.
would be the school of the Griffin.
He'll just hand her the gold.
Who got the map?
I think Harold grabbed it.
Carefully unroll it and lay it across the table so everybody can see. Take a glance at it and then step back for the rest of the group after just putting 2 objects just to hold it down. A knife and a fork.
Approximately how far does it look from here to the estate?
It is the little X I put on the map. If you look in the region of Kedwin, oh yay! I don't have the exact poop. I didn't put I left it in feet instead of miles. But basically, you're talking about roughly 14 miles from where you are, if you follow the road. If you cut through the woodlands and the fields, you might, depending on how fast the group is, might be able to cut it down to maybe like 12 miles. But we're talking definitely about it's at least a day's walk. That's for sure.
And sorry, Simon, do we get a sense of what the land around here is like? Is it civilian, domestic, or wild?
It is pretty domestic if you stick to the roads.
Sure.
At the fork, I'm just gonna ping here. The fork right here, there is a traveler's inn. sort of like a coaching inn, if you will, at the fork. There's a hamlet between Ardcarreg and the inn itself. But then that other stretch of road, which is roughly 6-7 miles long, is pretty much wilderness. So the road itself is, I'm not going to say well traveled, but it is part of one of the main trading routes. It's just the crown never bothered to clear out more than they should to let people through. So it's, over, there's overgrowth in some places, definitely. The road is nice enough that if you had a cart, for example, you could still take it along. Like, we're not talking like dirt paths and barely barely like maintained road type of thing. Like, it's at least more or less flat ground, cobblestone in most places, when they could afford it, or when it's where it hasn't been swallowed by the earth.
And this
Harold
is
points.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go, Kelly.
This is, you said it's set between the two, so this is post the war that was already, the war's already gone through Kedwin and it's done.
We're
Post
before the
post-
war, actually.
Okay, so we're before that. Okay.
Yeah, so Kedwin belongs to Kedwin and not to Redania.
Harold points to the map. I know the roads, but points to the area. I've never travelled here. Have any of you? Do you know these lands?
Can't say that I do. I'm from the south.
Bishop looks conflicted about answering that question.
Never
If you-
come this far up north.
I was going to say, is any of you from the north?
Sidaris.
It's
It's not that
a
far north.
little south. Yeah.
I was assuming no.
The little gaming pigeon here, Simon, you remember Sisha's from the Blue Mountains. They would have had to cross Kedwin to get to Kavir. So she would
Yeah, that's true. You're from the Blue Mountains, so you would have probably traveled the path like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Though it might have been
Yeah,
the
no,
other one that
it would
goes.
have been, yeah, it would have been probably at this point like close to 15 years ago when he picked her up. Mhm.
So yeah, your recollection of that road is probably not up to date anymore. But hearing your questions, Lord Zentar says, I mean, I've been through it 6 months ago or so.
My lord, given the skill of arms at this table, I'd suggest that these are more dangerous paths. Are the roads still safe to travel through?
I would say define safe, but I would travel well armed just in case.
You keeping something from us? Something you do? Something you know that we don't?
Don't you find it strange that no one that I've sent came back with word of what happened?
Yeah, do you know why they didn't come back? Is there going to be some ugly mug ready to kill us or jump us?
I believe that someone's at the estate. That someone's even my wife, I wouldn't believe that she would do this. I mean, it is in the realm of possibility, but no, I think someone is. I think there's foul play. I wouldn't be surprised if you yourselves going there would encounter whatever it is that is keeping people inside.
And you have no inkling on what this person might be, or this monster, whatever your wife might have hired to fend off people you've been sending.
No offense to Mr. Tannic, but I believe it is a sorcerer of some kind. I mean, who else could sway the minds of people than a mage?
Alice is a magic user. This will be a walk in the park. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself.
So Harold's visibly twitches when you say that, and then glances back to Zinthar and Tannic. He's trying to dart his eyes between the two. I would, and he looks around trying to work out that there are riders in the room, but then just blurts ahead forward with, "My lord, I will hire us a carriage to get us there to drive along for my companions here, those that do not have transport already, and we'll leave in the hour, if that's acceptable to the rest of the group." And he's clearly not making eye contact with anyone other than Tannic in the room. He's just avoiding eye contact.
Chance to finish my wine. Perfect.
I will
Think
have
very
my
quick.
own transportation, but that's a nice offer.
I will take any transportation offer that'd be quite helpful.
Sure, why not?
I want
With
to take up
your-
that space. Sure.
With your leave, I'll organise that now. And Harold makes his way to the door.
All right. If the rest of the group, if you do not have if you don't have anything more to ask the Lord, we can fast forward to getting ready to leave.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Alright,
sure.
good.
Harold, Ardkarag is a very densely populated city. You find that people will sell just about anything. In fact, there's even services to rent out carriages. Instead of buying them, you can rent them out. They will bring you to a destination, of your choice along some of the main routes, and the what's it called? The Zintar's estate is one such destination. The cost is 60 crown per person.
Pay it without a problem.
It brings you there, but it won't bring you back.
That's fine.
And so you pay out and rent your coach. It's very cramped sitting inside, unless some of you decide to walk or to ride next to
I
the
have my horse.
coach.
Yeah.
It's right there in equipped weapons because that's where it goes on this character sheet.
My apologies, Simon. I'm assuming that it's one of those kind of almost classic kind of stages where there are 4 comfortably inside and then possibly two outside.
Yes, exactly.
The
You have
six in other ones. Yeah.
your driver, your
Yep.
shotgun,
Yep.
and then the 4 inside.
Yeah. So return back to the inn. Tell the assemble group. Harold still hasn't picked up the money, hasn't made a move towards the money when he returns. Sits quietly, informs you that the carriage will be here in an hour, and arranges provisions with the very expensive, I'm guessing, 3-hatted red mare inn for us for a day's travel and a day's return as well, please.
Ooh, 2 days rations. Yeah, the red mare's prices are high. But at the same time, the food that you get is not just like dried bread with like some hard cheese, and they actually go out of their way to give you some of the good stuff. You have like dried berries, nuts, jerky, the type of thing that makes traveling or eating on the road a little less drab. But that means that each day of rations is 5 crowns.
Again, that's fine. And he makes sure that there is a fine bottle of wine for Tannic as well. By then, that's
Ooh. Fine bottle of wine. I mean, you can spend anything between 5 to 30 crowns for that bottle, depending on how fine you want it, how good you want it.
Well, 15, please.
All right. It's not the top shelf. It's like 2 shelves under.
He's a mage. Let's keep him happy.
It's unopened, brand new bottle. It is a Beauclair White. Ooh, that is a good question in chat. Stimal, what was your profession?
I'm a doctor.
Doctor. You would start with 900 crowns.
Okay.
The Witchers would start with 300, the Mage with 1200, and the Criminal with 600. And I believe Harold would have been. I think you got it right. Oh yeah, because you had your. Yeah, you rolled the ka-ching.
Never roll ka-ching.
Yes. So for those of you wondering, when you make your character in Witcher, you basically have like a randomly generated background. So things can happen over the course of your lives. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's meh. Witchers, for the most part, is horrible injuries throughout their lives, whereas everyone else has like a healthy mix of both. And one of them is that you won a buttload of money. So you hop into the cart, the coach. There's 5 of you. If you want to be comfortable, one of you will have to sit outside. I just need to know who would want to sit next to the driver.
I'll sit next to the driver.
Okay.
He is. Yes.
Of note, if Harold does not take his money, I will take it for him for later, for him. You know, I'll just in case he needs it.
Yeah. If he never mentions it.
If I saw Tannic going towards the money, I'd put my hand on his hand as he goes to grab it, and I go, "If he doesn't want it, you split it, or I split you."
Of course. What else would I do? He went away before taking it.
I let his hand go.
All right. You have 300 crowns with clearly Harold's name on it. So as you make your way out of Ardkarag, the coach driver, is visibly uncomfortable at the thought of sitting next to a Witcher for a day. From time to time, as he drives the coach, he would look the Slade and sort of scoot over a little farther away until his butt is basically half off the coach, and then would look to his left, the Sisha on her horse, and then scooch over the other way.
As he sort of scoots towards me, I sort of growl at him.
Scoots back. He will be uncomfortable, both mentally and physically, for the whole day. You make your way on the road. The sky is overcast. It's not raining, but there's this soft, cool breeze blowing through the trees. You can hear the sound of the hooves of the horse and the wheels of the carriage just bump along the road on the cobblestone and on the dirt. During your travel, you would notice Slade, who's outside, and even those of you inside the coach, that Sisha's cat has been trying to claw its way out of her backpack, and
Yep. Hold on 1 second. So she'll sing to it. Wolves asleep amidst the trees, bats all a-swaying in the breeze. But one soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths. For your Dolly-Polly dreams have flown. Don't you dare let her tremble alone. For the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He'll come, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe.
thank you so much
Well
for
done.
that donation. As you finish the song, the lot of you would see, as you're riding on the road in a very densely wooded area, there's this tall, dead tree that sort of looms over the entire stretch of road. And a man and a woman dressed in traveler's garbs in the middle of the road, waving you down.
She would pull her horse, up to a stop next to them. Did you need some assistance?
You can't drive any farther.
Oh, lucky
This-
for me, then I'm not driving. And she just keeps the horse walking around them.
They will let you pass, and once you are behind them, one of them will whistle and say, "Hi, they're split." And
I'm 6 feet from the carriage, so I didn't go a mile away.
I know, but you're behind them. Oops. So I'll just we'll say that Sisha is here. And the rest of you, if you would like to put your tokens in, I'll say roughly anywhere that you would like. You'd have to be together because you're in the. I don't have a token for the coach. I didn't think you would be riding a coach. But yeah, so long as you're sort of clustered together, the driver of the coach will immediately jump off his bench and hide under the coach. So Slade, Kimmel, Simmel, for the others, I can put your
I imagine that
tokens in.
I'm stopped right in front of them since they won't move out of the way with the driver.
Yep. There you go. The 5 of you. And now begins the fun part. Rolling for initiative. So if you click on your token and you roll initiative, if you click on the initiative button on your sheet, you'll be added to the
tokens are not clickable for me.
Yeah, I'm not able to click mine either.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. Give me 2 seconds.
I can click mine for some reason.
Yeah, probably
You
because
click mine.
yours was
They just
done.
have to give you permission for it.
Yeah. So Sisha should have it. Lade, you should be good to go. Harold, you should be good to go. Jet, you should be good to go.
forgot where my initiative is on here.
Simal. Go and Tanic. Tanic. Good to go. You should be able to click on your
There we go.
tokens.
The cat was trying to warn us that there was people ahead, bad people.
The cat just wanted a snack, but we can go with that. Yes.
It's like the cat knew.
It's almost too bad that I don't believe there's flanking bonuses in Witcher, which I now remember after riding behind the people that were obviously not nice.
Oh, that's weird. I think that I did click it, but then it didn't roll my initiative up on the board, but I might have been out there already, so.
You
I rolled-
just do it again, and then I'll get the first roll that you had. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it was,
Yeah, because you rolled a 20 for your initiative.
yeah, and then I think it must have, you must have deleted the combat tracker, and then it put me off
Yeah,
the initiative.
so I'll just put you back at 20. And then I need to roll for our good friends. And yes, there are more monsters in this fight than there should have
boy.
been originally.
Oh god.
You
So-
love to see it.
Yeah, so just so you know, the way you build encounters in
it's
The
fine.
Witcher very quickly is you should always never put more than one monster per player plus 2. And right now we're at one monster per player plus 5.
Cool.
It's fine. We built my character for this. It's fine.
All right. So the moment that they whistle and say, "Oi, they're split." Panic, can you just tell me what your reflexes stat is?
Yes,
Or is
of
it higher than a
course.
4?
My reflex stat is a 6.
Okay, cool. So you play before the others. So when they call out that the group is split, you hear the sounds of wolves howling and barking, and the shouts of multiple people hiding in the woods, coming out of their hidey holes. Am I forgetting someone?
That's
think
a
I am.
lot of bad guys.
Yes. And they're rushing in. By the way, for everyone, any square on the map that has like a tree or a root or whatever would count as difficult terrain, except for the Witchers. The Witchers ignore difficult terrain.
Nice.
So we'll start with Slade. The bandits around you have started drawing their
Okay.
weapons.
So, what kind of action is it to apply the beast oil to my weapon?
So applying beast oil
I was
would
just
be
asking. I was just asking him. Do I still have all the oils I had before?
you would have like one of each potion, the same I gave Slade. So you have one of each. That's on your sheet. Applying the oil is an action.
Okay.
The way it works in The Witcher is on your turn, like in D&D, right? You have your move, you have an action. But if
Okay.
you want to do a quote bonus action, which is always just an attack,
Okay.
that will cost you stamina.
Okay.
So you have on your sheet, you all have a stamina star. It's right where your HP is in the top left, right corner of the sheet. And so a bonus action is 1 point of stamina.
Okay. So yeah, I've got 40 salmon. I feel like I've got plenty to apply the oil, and then I will. Seems like quite a bit of dudes coming from the north there. So I'll
Yeah.
move up to the dog here,
Mhm.
and then I'll make an attack against
All
the
right.
dog. So that's just my steel sword, correct?
You would click on swordsmanship to attack first.
Okay, swordsmanship to attack first. Right,
Yeah.
right.
And when it asks you, is this an extra action? Yes, it is, because that's your
Okay.
bonus action, if you will.
And then is that a fast strike? I get to choose the strike, correct?
Yeah. So a fast strike is 2 attacks.
Okay.
Whereas a strong strike is 1 attack with a -3 penalty to hit, which is already counted in on Roll20, but it does double damage if you hit.
Okay. And the fast strike, I can do 2 of those, even though it's technically an extra action, bonus action thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's how weird the game is.
All right, cool. Well, then I'll do that then. And it is an extra action, so submit, still sword, random.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
All right. And they have a +10 to dodge. So the wolf will try to dodge your first attack on a 16. They rolled a 17.
Okay.
So that's where your luck comes in. You all have luck points, which people with donations can give you more, or give me luck if they want to. But if you spend, let's say in this case, you're missing by 1 point. If you spend a 1 luck point, you hit.
And how many luck should I have at this point?
It's your stat. Luck is a stat.
Okay, so I have 5 then.
Yeah.
Then I'll spend 1 because why not? Try to kill them in the early game.
So you hit twice. You can roll twice on the body part.
Okay.
So torso for the first and left paw for the left leg for the second. So roll damage for the first.
And that's just clicking where it says first next to the still sword,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Ooh, 28 damage.
And that's without the +5 from the oil as well.
Yeah, so that's 33. I don't think you get to make your second attack.
Can
No.
I continue to move and like use that second attack towards the next target, or
No, the way it works with
declared targets are both at the same? Okay.
Yeah, you could, however, if there was someone else like adjacent to you.
Gotcha. All right, good to know. All right, yeah, then that'll be my turn then, I think.
Yeah, you just rushed the first wolf you saw and like made a wolf kebab with it. Tisha, you're up.
Okay, well, I was going to use Hanged Man's Venom, but I don't have the book on hand, so I don't know what the
It's
is.
+5 to
Is it a
human.
+5? Okay, so she will first apply the Hanged Man's Venom. She'll jump off the horse and say, Binky, go stand over there. And she points and the horse goes and stands over there. And she will draw her steel sword, oil it up, and aim for the one that is standing above.
Okay.
This one, and that will be an extra action. It's 1 point of stamina, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To drop it. And then, donde está my, I am on like 20 different pages here. All right, here we go. Swordsmanship, where is it? There you go, got it. And did it go?
You have questions, I believe, that you need to answer.
I thought I did. Okay, so we will just do, that is an extra action. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Good Lord, there's so many questions.
Yeah, I was sitting there too like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, there's a if you play on tabletop, like it's a lot of like little bonuses here and there that you need to add or subtract and all that. So Roll20 at least does it for you instead of having to do all the math yourself. So 2 fast strikes against the bandit, and that bandit will of course try to parry your blows. So instead of a 12, they're gonna have a 9. 11 on the first one, and nope. So they try to parry your blows with their longsword, but clearly you overpower them easily. You hit twice, roll location twice, and then roll damage.
Real quick with the locate. There we go. Target location 7.
So right in the leg and right in the torso. roll damage. Do they have armor? Oh, they do have armor. Yay!
Is that the quick weapon button that I'm going to hit? Or
Yeah.
25% chance, so that's going to be 25 damage, and it's got a 25% chance to inflict bleeding. So
Yeah, so the first one was in the right leg, 20 minus 5, that's 15, and then half, that's
but
7.
also my +5 from the hangman's.
Ooh, that's true. So, wow, thank you for math. And then can you roll damage for the second one very quickly before we, so that's a 20, so dead.
She'll do the fun thing where the second one goes straight through his back and out through his front, and then she kicks him off the sword. She turns to his friend and goes, "Hi."
Yeah, they're not sure it was a good idea to ambush you.
Question: what does it matter that I have a second sword in my other hand?
So there's a button when you attack with swordsmanship called joint attack.
Mm-hmm.
And a joint attack, the way it works is you attack with both weapons.
Okay.
And the person can dodge one or the other, but they need to have a weapon or a shield to block the second one. So if you joint attack like a wolf, unless you fumble, one of your attack goes in for sure.
Okay, gotcha. Makes sense.
So it's a way to like overpower people that are less armed or less protected than you. It's the advantage of dual wielding. Jet, you're up.
All right. Jet's gonna climb through the the carriage to get out to the front, and is immediately gonna go for the person on the left, drawing out their rondel, their long triangular dagger, and is just gonna go for up close, right beneath the chin. I'm going for headshots.
Ooh, okay. So when it asks you basically which location you want to hit, instead of random, you can choose head.
Okay. So I click small blades.
Small blades.
Okay.
And it's going to ask, is it a strong or a fast attack?
Okay, I'm doing fast strikes.
Right.
So it says extra action now. Do I?
No, because
yes or-
it's your regular action right now. It's not your bonus action.
Okay. So no on that. The rondel. Head. Any mods?
Nope.
Okay. Second one, head. No mods.
Ooh, the second one is a fumble. But the first one, he would parry it with a 16. Do you want to spend 2 luck points?
Yes.
All right. So by sheer luck, you manage to. He was trying to deflect the blow, and you just brought your wrist back down at the last possible moment and struck through. So a headshot in the game is triple damage.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll damage, and then we'll triple it.
So I just select the rondel macro?
Select the rondel, yeah.
Okay.
So that would be 9, but it ignores armor because it's armor piercing.
Mm-hmm.
So you would deal 27 points of damage. Without their armor, it's over.
Nice.
So we'll ignore the second fumble. Thank God you don't risk, stabbing yourself with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you basically will say you took the rest of your turn trying to like unjimmy it. The bandit.
I had to really reach up to do it.
Yeah, as a half. Well, I figured you probably like jumped down, like on their chest to do it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the bandits are gonna go 1, 2. What's their speed? 4. Oh my God, they can only move 2 squares in the woods, or run 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, if they're moving 8 squares, that means they can't attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jet, you're gonna have someone on you. Slade, you're gonna have someone on you for now.
Okay.
So we'll start with Jet. They're going to basically this bandit has a long sword, and so he brings it down on you to try to just move you away from his dead comrade.
Mhm.
If so, when you defend, you have a choice. You can use the dodge skill. You can use your attack skill to do a parry. Parry is harder. There's like penalties that come with it.
Mhm.
But if you win, you put a debuff on the person attacking you, which
Gotcha.
lowers their gives them a penalty to everything for a turn. Or you can block.
Okay.
Block is you put your weapon in the way, but your weapon's going to take damage.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a dodge.
Or a dodge. All right. So roll that dodge. You have to roll higher than a 17.
I got a 17.
But you have to roll higher.
No.
Another luck point?
My luck maximum is 2. I believe I spent all my luck.
Ooh.
Then they will hit. Can one of you, or actually Jet, can you roll body part? Because I don't have the macro already on the DM side.
Body part?
Yes, please.
That's just a D10, right?
No, there's actually a button on your sheet that says hit location.
Oh, target
That's in the
location.
right part.
Target
Yeah.
location, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right
He
leg.
will have hit you in the right leg. So it's going to be after your armor, half the damage.
Okay.
Are your legs armored?
Let me see. Yes, they are.
Cool. Man. What's your armor on your leg?
8.
Ooh, you would take 1 point of damage.
All right.
And your leg armor goes down by 1. Like that
okay.
specific leg, instead of an 8, it's a 7. So that was them. Slade, you're getting attacked too. Do you dodge? Do you block? Do you parry?
So does parry give any like benefits for having 2 weapons or no?
No, it's just.
Okay. Then I'll parry it. Or
All right.
try to.
You have to beat a 20.
A 20, okay. Wow.
Oh, it's a fumble. Can you click on the fumble button, please?
I can't.
That'll lower it. And that means they'll probably crit. So 10, there's a 10-point difference. That's a dangerous crit. I am so sorry, Slade.
Oh, doctor's got something to do.
I hope that the doctor's gonna have something to do. Because all right, we'll start with checking how bad things are for you, my Witcher friend. It's just complex. All right, it's not that deadly. You're gonna take a free 5 points of damage right away.
Okay.
Regardless of what I roll or where I roll, you lose 5 hit points. Then can you roll a hit location to determine where they hit you? Ooh, straight in the torso.
I am armored there, so that's good.
Yes. It would be only a 6.
So that takes no damage then.
Exactly. And
'Cause-
since you took no damage from aside from the crit there, your armor doesn't go down by 1.
Okay.
However,
that bad. It wasn't that bad.
oh wait.
But there's more.
Now,
Kind
Slade,
of,
can
it's
you
kind
roll-
of nice to have somebody else be on the receiving end of Simon going, but wait, there's more, because it's usually
Yeah.
me.
Slade, can you roll 2d6 to determine what happened to you?
All right, I'll do.
9. Oh, the blow rips your stomach. You will have a -2 to everything, and you take 4 points of acid damage per round until you are stabilized by a doctor.
Yikes.
Oh.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Oh,
Could have been
Well.
raining.
that's rough.
So start of your
Especially when it's
turn.
raining.
Start of your turn. It's always at the start, right? That you're going to take the damage. So right now there's no 4 damage. But yes. Oof. So while the blade didn't go through, like the bludgeon of the hit, sort of, it hurts. Panic. You're next. The bandits
Cool.
are
Um,
converging.
if I move through a square that is adjacent to an opponent, do they get an attack of opportunity or anything like
Attacks
that?
of opportunities do not exist in The Witcher.
Delightful. Then I'm going to use all 7 of my movement to go 1, 2, 3. Can I move through a space where there's a dead body?
Yes, yeah. You can just step over them.
4, 5, and I'll stop. I'll stop there. I'll stop there.
Okay.
As I would like to, holding my crystal staff in one hand, as you watch as I like kind of like almost like daintily like step over this body, walking past Sisha. I just go, oh, thank you, and I am going to turn and cast Alzur's Thunder, which is the D&D equivalent is like a lightning bolt, but it can hit multiple targets. And I'm going to shoot it in this general direction, trying to aim for this target. Hold up. Let me. Do I have permission to ping things here?
Yeah, you should if you're on the
Okay.
like on the arrow. All right, that person.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I'm trying to ping.
Are you on the top part of the Roll20 thing that looks like the little mouse wheel?
Yes.
The mouse, and then you should just be able to click and hold, and it'll ping for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot there to try to also get the wolf in my shot as well.
All right. So the way it works is it's 25 squares.
Whoa.
Okay.
So basically, you aim like a line, more or less, and it'll zigzag up to 25. So you could, the way you're aiming right now, you would get like both wolves and the bandit.
Okay, I'm fine with hitting more targets. That's totally cool with me.
All right. So I have to try to dodge the hell away from there. All right, let's see. You only need, that's true. Since you're casting, you're gonna lower your stamina by
it's 15.
15. Yep.
Yep.
Actually, because you have your staff, it would be 12.
Oh, that's right.
And can you roll a spell casting check? Remember, add a +2 because of your staff. Because that'll be the DC that I have to beat to dodge the hell. Oh, geez. No, that's the damage. Okay.
Okay.
We'll leave that.
Ooh.
Yes, sorry. Pop over here. Spellcasting check with +2. +2 and submit. All right.
Okay, so I have to beat a 22.
Oh,
Remember, everyone, the game is you roll a d10. So that already is not that great
You gotta
for me.
explode twice.
They have a +10 to dodge the bandits. So
Ooh.
that means unless
It's
I crit,
impossible, right?
well, unless I
Yeah,
crit, it's
crit.
impossible. Yeah, nope.
Wow, one short of a crit.
Damn.
Bandit takes the lightning, and wolves have a +10 as well. Oh, okay. Wolf number 1, wolf number 2. So the first bandit takes 32 minus.
It's a smoking ring in the air.
Yeah, even with the armor, like it's over. Can you roll a D100, Josh? If you roll 75 and under, he also catches on fire.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
cause.
Dang.
Then first wolf didn't dodge, dies. You can roll again for fire.
Sure.
And the other one, wow, no fire. I'm sad. And the third one?
Hey,
So
we
there's
got
just
one.
there's this cackle of energy, and then in one like wow, this lightning bolt comes out of your staff, pierces through the woods, and by the time it's done, it smells like bacon.
Oh.
Bacon. Wolf
Uh,
bacon.
So the wolves, who are also immune to difficult terrain,
Thanks for
will
killing those guys. You're real friends.
I need more monsters. All right, so they have a speed of 7. So
The worst thing
1,
that happens is my gut got
2,
ripped. We're in
3,
pretty good shape.
4, 5,
Mhm.
6, 7. In a strange twist of fate, you would notice Panic, Sisha, and Jet that one of the wolves was about to jump into the coach, but then immediately decided to rush Sisha instead.
Huh.
Sisha, you're getting bit by a wolf. Do you want to dodge? Do you want to?
I think most likely. What is my dodge? Okay. I think I'll probably dodge because I'm not really parrying a weapon.
Yeah.
Dodging.
The number to beat is 16.
And that is going to be reflex, or no? No, it's actually dodge. Huh?
Yeah, it's actually dodge.
Helps if I actually go to the correct page of all of this stuff. All right, why am I not seeing it, Simon? There we go. Nope, that's disguise.
Should be in swordsmanship, I think.
Yeah, it's right above swordsmanship on the reflex. Yeah. Left hand side.
Escape.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dodge, escape. Because 20. The dog lunges at you, and you just deftly sidestep away from it. Simul, you have seen the wolf like about to would have jumped you normally, but your elven blood protected you.
Fortunately, now, why has there got to be a person next to the critically injured person?
Oh, I'll kill him.
Well, I think at the moment, I mean, it's a level of defense staying inside the carriage. So I'm just going to, Simul will just pull out her bow and take a shot at the closest person.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you can just basically like poke your head out with your arms and fire.
So, elven bow. Oh god, quick weapon. Right. So, what do I need to click again for it?
That would be on your sheet. The that would be the damage. So you're looking at the skill called archery, which is at the bottom left of your sheet.
Oh, single strike and strong strike. What's the difference between them again?
So the single strike is just you're gonna fire an arrow, right? That's it, basic. A strong strike would be you like pull the bow to the maximum. You're gonna have a little penalty to hit, but if you damage, it's double damage.
Okay. I think at this range, just going for damage is the main thing. So just a single strike. Is it an extra action?
It is not, because it's not a bonus. Though you could take an extra action later if you wanted to fire again. And then it might ask you the like range, distance.
It's close, isn't it? Because it's a quarter of the 600.
Well, he's at 3 yards away, so it's point blank.
Fair. And random location.
You're not aiming for anything.
Torso. And any modifiers?
Nope.
No.
By the way, for this one shot, anytime it asks you for any modifier, like by default, we'll say no, unless there's something.
Okay.
That way you can skip that question. Oh boy.
Oof.
Okay,
Nice.
he's gonna try to dodge. Yeah,
Is
no.
he though? Yeah.
It's an 11, so it's an extra 5 damage. So that would be 20 points of damage.
Mhm.
He does have an armor, so that lowers it to 15. So he's not dead, but that was a crit. Again, like what happened to Slade earlier. Would you mind rolling 2d10?
2d10.
Because that's the thing. In The Witcher, you can take people out of combat not by damage, but by, injuring them in such a way that they can no longer fight.
Mhm.
And I believe a 12 is bad, is nasty.
I don't have to treat this one.
You basically fired into his chest. The blow of the arrow sent him reeling, fell down on his back, and knocked his head.
Ugh.
You have now lowered his intelligence, will, and stun save by 1 permanently.
Poor,
So
poor
they're just very confused right now,
Lovely. Well,
and they're prone.
I might as well take an extra action then to go for another shot.
Sure.
Well, let's go for this one then. Yeah, I'll lean the other way and go for another. That one, is it still point blank?
Which one? Oh, the other one farther away?
Mm-hmm. This one.
6. 6 is...
It does say touch range is point blank.
Yeah. Very close. Oh, yeah. It should have been close. I'm sorry, not point blank, but that's okay. You would have had a 23. He would have had a 17. You would have hit anyway.
And I'm going for the torso again because that went well. So.
Oh boy. Oh.
Ooh.
Critical hit. Can you click on the critical button?
Oh.
Right now you're at +9 higher, but let's bring that higher up. +16. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, this man
Mm.
messed
All
with the
right.
wrong carriage.
Yeah. It is a deadly crit. So roll for damage. They take an extra 10 right away.
Oh, that's nice. Is that coming up? Mine seemed to take a while.
Yeah, it might be laggy a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It just came 20. All right. So minus armor. This one again is probably dead. Can you roll 2d6, please?
2d6.
And I thought this fight would have been a little hard.
We're fine. You got 2 witchers.
7. Septic shock.
That's bad.
Okay, quarter their stamina, sure. Take a -3 to intelligence, will, and reflex and dex. So basically -3 to everything. And they are poisoned, which means that they're going to take 3 damage automatically every turn. See, when I said like you don't need to
He shot him in like the
bowels.
yeah.
So this person is out of the fight. They're not dead, but unless someone patches them, they're on the ground and they're just gonna eventually. Like they in D&D, we would say they're making death saves.
They shall shortly expire.
Yes. Wow, let's not piss off Simmel. Harold, Harold, there is chaos and death all around you. What do you do?
Other than watch the bloody carnage that just happened in mere seconds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, wow.
you were riding with like trained murderers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All I can see is one wolf, a witcher, a halfling that basically leaps up and then guts people and then sticks a knife through their head. The elf that's just shot the guy standing next to them. Can I see?
Well, don't forget the one
Obviously.
after I killed the bandit. It's very
Right. Sword through the back and the yeah.
Yeah.
The one-liner count.
Yeah. It does matter.
Can I see from the carriage, because I'm not getting out of the carriage because that seems a stupid idea. Can I see the bandit that has attacked the Slade?
Yes. In fact, if you poke your head out, you would see the wolf charging at the carriage from behind. But otherwise, staying put inside the carriage, you have a clear line of sight to the one next to Slade.
Okay, so I'm assuming Web of Lies is kind of whole person in Witcherland.
Yes.
Cool. So I can see the one. I saw the Witcher take a nasty looking blow, and I, similar to Tannic, I pull out a focus, which is this large hourglass shaped object, grasp it, and then point it towards that, making strange circles, and cast Web of Lies on the one that's attacking Slade, please.
Ooh. All right. So can you this stuns the
So I
target?
think you have to make an int save too.
Yeah, but first, oh, but boy, he cannot resist it.
Oh, that's
Oh, he can
unfortunate.
try. He can try. I'm sorry.
Sure.
So can you roll spell casting, please? That'll be the DC that I need to roll above.
And is that in skills and modifiers?
It's a skill. Yeah, in skills and modifier, it would be one of the last ones at the bottom.
Okay.
It says spell casting. It's under will.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I rolled a -4.
Okay.
I don't think you can fail it.
Like I don't think that he can fail it unless he just does really bad.
Explodes or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's try. Is that spell casting? I've got a 4 as a basic, but my character sheet doesn't seem to want to click on stuff at the moment. Sorry.
Click on it. Oh, it's because it might be asking you a question that you can't see.
Okay.
Oh no! When you click on spellcasting, sorry, it shows up a basic role right under the name, and that's what you need to click on.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I forgot that the new sheets
Okay.
actually ask more questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was asking questions about the swordsmanship stuff, because I was like, there's a lot of stuff underneath that.
Sorry, Simon. Do you mind hitting the roll because my character sheet's gone a little bit bonky?
Oh yeah, no problem.
My apologies. I'll sort it out in a second.
Basic roll. Burp. There we go. Oh no, you rolled a fumble. Can you roll a d10, please, Chris?
Sure. D10. There you go.
You got a 13. That's fine. Because he rolled a -4. So even though you messed up your prayer,
Sure.
it still works. Slade, you would notice the bandit next to you stabbed you and then sort of looks at you and goes like, who are you? Where am I? What is life? And
That's what's good,
basically they are stunned, which means that they can no longer play. Just like whole person in D&D, except that this one is even worse. Because in addition to that, because of course, like it's The Witcher, so it needs to be worse than everything. In addition, Anyone attacking you has to beat a DC 10. So like you can take your time to aim a very careful strike, and like you're almost sure to, unless you slip on something.
Okay.
And Harold, don't forget to lower your stamina by whatever amount of points that spell was, Web of Lies was.
It's
3. And we're back up the Slade.
so as this guy says, "What is life?" I say, "Not very long for you," and I'm gonna finish him off.
All right.
So do I need to make an actual attack?
Yes, you still do, just in case
Okay.
something happens.
So quick question. So can I make an attack against him and then move and then make a extra attack taking stamina?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Just want to confirm. So I'll just do a joint attack against him then. No
Okay,
extra
so-
action. Steel sword, random. And then the additional mods, I have a -2, right? Because of the
Yeah,
gut.
right now you have -2. Oh, and you
Okay.
take 4 points of damage.
I did that already at the start.
All right, you hit. So roll for damage.
All right.
Yeah, he's down.
And then I'll move over to the wolf. And I'll do the same thing against the wolf. And then
The
that's
wolf
a
is going to try to
-2.
dodge out of the way, though. Wolf is...
Yeah, he's not stupid right now.
Oh, 12. I swear whenever I GM Witcher, I can't roll anything good for the bad guys. You hit. Roll for damage.
All right.
Oh, roll a hit location first.
Somebody who has played
Oh,
multiple
right.
games with you, the lie detector test says that is a lie.
19.
And that's with a +5 because of the oil.
Oh, thanks, because he would have been at 1 hit point. Oh, yeah, Slade just finishes Bandit and Wolf right one after the other. You would notice, all of you, that unless you do anything right now, they're gonna... The one that's on the ground with an arrow through the chest is about to get up and run away, and so is that wolf.
I'm just gonna finish my movement. So I got like 6
Oh, sure.
feet of movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just gonna move up to this other one, and with the blade kind of up in the air, about to bring it down on him whenever I get around to it. That's it.
He's so busy trying to hold his stomach in. Sisha, you're up.
I'll put you out of your misery soon, friend.
You're muted, Sisha.
Now you, yeah, that was weird. We didn't hear you. That was weird.
Yeah, I wasn't muted at all.
Oh.
Am I okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
brilliant.
Well, now you're not.
Oh,
Now
I
you're
heard
muted
half of
again.
That. That was weird. Like I heard at the very end when you were saying something. No. No.
No.
Have you tried unplugging it, plugging it back in?
But now.
Now it works.
Mm-hmm.
Now it doesn't.
Now it doesn't.
no, it doesn't.
All right.
What
Oh gosh.
is
What
it?
about now?
There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
can hear you.
It keeps
Now it-
changing the mic input. Is
Huh.
that-
weird.
Oh.
You got gremlins in the
No, you know
network.
what? I'm just gonna when it's not my turn, I'm gonna disable the other mic. It keeps. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna go to break soon, so
Okay.
Yeah.
So she sees that Slade has Mr. Can't Keep My Stomach In taken care of. So she's going to let the wolf run away.
Okay.
But she's going to step over. Oops, when it's not the ruler. She's going to step over here
Mhm.
and look down at the guy on the ground with kind of that sideways look. And her face is kind of blank. I mean, most Witchers do normally look a little emotionally blank. And she's like, well, that looks like it hurts. I can help you. And she is going to lift her hand and do exactly what Simon knows she's going to do. There we go. it's going to be 2.
Just gonna use Igni.
Yep. She's gonna light him on fire.
Ouch.
He's gonna try to roll out of the way if you don't mind, even
Okay.
though everything hurts. So roll your spellcasting,
Spellcasting. Sorry, hold on. But it's
and you would need to beat a
a
14.
14. Okay, hold on. I have to get back to skills and modifiers because this sheet has so many tabs. Spellcasting is. There we go. It doesn't help that my dog is slowly drooling through my sleeve.
And it's a basic roll.
Critical.
Nice.
Which, as you recall, Simon, she has a tendency to do with Igni.
Yeah, can you roll the other button?
The crit button.
The
Okay.
crit button. You know what? Yeah.
They should all make a reputation check after this one.
27.
Right? We leave no survivors.
Yeah, that would be a 27 minus 14. That's sort of like plus 13. Plus 13, that would be an extra 8 point of fire damage. Yeah, it's a very crispy bandit.
Oh, and it's a cone. It's a continuous cone of fire. The way it works here.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna keep going until she's like, oh yeah, and she stops.
Jet, getting very warm.
All right. How do I
Um,
determine my movement speed again?
it's a stat.
It's the speed stat.
Speed
It's
stat.
SPD.
Upper
Okay,
left.
is that the amount of spaces I can move?
Exactly.
Okay, and
So right now,
this
yep.
tree right here, is that difficult terrain?
yes, it would.
Okay, so it's 2 to move through that.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I
Mhm.
got a lot of movement. Seeing that the other bandit is taken care of, not wanting to give this one a chance to do anything, I'm just gonna rush up and with my rondel go for 2 more killing blows. I'm not gonna target with these ones though.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. You can get right next to him. Yeah, sure. Tiny halfling comes in charging.
Small blades, fast strikes.
11 for the first, 16 for the second.
Okay.
That's what you'll need to beat. Or anyway, that's what they rolled. They need to beat yours.
Okay. Hold on, I think I did that wrong. Fast strikes, no extra action. Rondel, random. 25 and 19. The second one was a fumble.
Oh, okay, sure. Can you roll a 19?
Do I-
Nah, we're gonna be no. But the second one's gonna miss, but the first one is enough to kill him anyway.
Is
Okay.
Roll
So
20
again-
being laggy for you guys?
Yeah, roll 20. Roll 20 is being very laggy for me.
Mm.
So again, you would have fumbled on the second one, but no one know because he's dead. And on that note, we are going to go to break. Unless Tanik wanted to burn the wolf, because you still have a turn.
Oh no, you can run away. That's fine.
All right. Yeah, the wolf yelps and runs away. And we're going to go to break, and we will be back in roughly 5-10 minutes, everyone. Stick around. The second half of our game is going to be very interesting. Hello, we are back for our Jasper's Game Day special Witcher charity one-shot. The group just ended what should have been a very deadly ambush on the road in a matter of seconds. We're picking up right after the fight. In fact, Slade right now is having a bit of an issue with with regards to
With his intestines
bowels.
supposed to be on the inside and not the outside.
Right.
Well, come on, come in here. We
I'll,
need to get this sorted.
Yeah, I'll walk over and take a seat.
It,
So, what
looking
can I do?
yeah, it's looking bad. Healing a crit depends mostly. Well, stabilizing the person is the first thing, because you want them to stop. You want Slade to stop taking acid damage. So you need to leaking. Yeah, to put it the other way. So you would need to make a either a first aid check or a healing hands check. Healing hands is your special doctor skill in the profession skills.
Yeah, I think I'll go for that one.
All right. And the DC is 14.
Yes.
Yeah. So you take Slade into the coach, lay him down on the couch, and
That's
get
a
your
totally
doctor's-
different one shot, Simon.
You open up your doctor's bag and begin stitching up the wound. So from this point on, Slade, you still have -2 to everything, but you don't have you don't take acid damage. Now the next part of the doctor's job is to try to get you back on your feet. To treat someone, you need it's going to be another healing hands check.
Okay.
But this time it's going to take at least an hour.
Okay.
And critical healing hands. 23. Yeah, you are now treated. So for the next day, Slade, you're gonna have a -1 to everything. That goes
Okay.
away after a day, and you regain. What's your body stat?
Body is 9.
9. You also regain 3 hit points
Okay.
just through like the surgery and everything.
Awesome.
And then from this point on, you can start healing naturally, or if someone has like magical healing, they can speed up the process. If you have a potion that heals like swallow, that works too.
I have one of those, correct? And will that swallow get rid of anything else, or is it just the healing?
It's just HP.
healing.
Okay.
Mhm.
But otherwise, if you take what in D&D would be a long rest, you'll be on your feet in no time.
It's fine. I don't need to heal. I've only got like 6 wounds. It's not that bad, right?
No, it's probably not. The rest of you, while Simal and Slade are in the coach, Slade getting patched up, what did the rest of the group do?
Jet immediately starts rifling pockets for money and baubles of like all the bandits.
All right. Can you roll? Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you roll 18d10?
18d10.
Yes.
Sure.
That's how much damage you take. No, I'm
What?
kidding. I'm
Oh
kidding.
my God.
It's how much crowns you find. How many crowns you find.
Okay. There we go.
Yep.
94.
In total, 94 crowns.
Cool.
And looking at them, you would realize as you're rifling through their pockets, they also have like little baubles here and there. Nothing that really would have like a resale value. They have their weapon. One of them also had a crossbow. Never got the chance to pull it out. And they're all armored in like basic like Gambison padded trousers armor. they look a lot like cheap mercenaries. And looting them, aside from the gold, you would also notice. Oh yay! Someone donated for a monster. Thank you.
Crap.
You also notice a random monster.
No, not yet. Not yet. You would notice something very strange as you're rifling through their belongings. When you sort of because you have to move them, you have to move the bodies, you have to check for like hidden pockets and everything. So you sort of take the armor off just to make sure they don't have anything like necklaces or whatnot. You notice that many of them, either around the neck, the back of the neck, or like here, just where the neck connects to the chest, they are riddled with tiny holes. Their skin looks like honeycombs. And a sort of strange yellowish liquid pours from it. Jet, I'm gonna need you to roll a thing for me.
Oh boy.
Do you have gloves?
I would assume so.
Okay. So you can roll a stun save. So you can just click on the word, or is it the word stun? Or there's an actual button for stun saves? I think there's a button in your skills and modifier for stun saves.
Okay.
So I would like Samal to Jet. Sorry, I would like Jet to roll stun and death save, but we're gonna add a +1, so you need to roll under a 9. It's like on the right-hand side of the sheet, almost like in the middle, where the hit locations and everything are.
Oh, okay. Stun and death save.
Stun and death save.
And you said -1
+1.
or +1. Okay.
To
Got
succeed,
it.
you need to roll below a 9. Congratulations, your gloves saved you. You, when you remove your hands from the bodies, you notice that this liquid is like stuck to your gloves and has begun eating through one of them.
Oh, I ripped it off as quick as I can with my other gloves. I try to just fling them off. I don't know.
Yeah, you just like fling them, and you don't know if it's psychological or not, but like you can feel it tingling on the tip of your fingers. But you have not catch this very virulent disease. Meanwhile, Panic.
Good time to be
Harold-
a witcher when we don't catch diseases.
Panic, Harold, and Sisha. What do you do during that time?
Sisha she has gone and gotten Binky. That's her horse. And she's holding Binky by the bridle, but she's just sitting there with her head kind of tilted, watching the body burn. Almost like it's a not instructional video, but just very impassive.
That reminds me, have any of you traveled a lot in your lives?
I would say the
Yes.
Witchers probably have.
A little bit.
Some.
Okay.
I certainly have.
To those of you who did, could you roll an education check as you're watching this
good.
tutorial video?
How to burn your bandits by Kelly. No,
Uh,
Sisha.
12 for Jet.
It takes its time.
Yeah, that's okay. 12, 14, 15. So far, everyone has it.
Oh boy. Suddenly she's no longer welcome in the group.
Tanik, did you roll or did you want it to roll?
Hold up, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Wow. Tanik had a fumble. Can you roll an extra d10?
Sure.
Just in case. A7. So no, Tanik has never heard of that. As well traveled as he is, but Harold, Jet, not Harold. Harold didn't roll. A Jet, Slade, and Samal.
Welcome to the reputation mechanic of the Witcher game.
Yeah, you would have heard of a witcher. You didn't think, like, witchers are all alike in some way. They don't have emotions. They don't have they're like bloodthirsty mercenaries. They only care for money and themselves. But there was one that you'd heard of who has a thing for fire.
Oh.
The
It's less a
rumor
thing and more a specific circumstance. Come on.
has it that in order to get to one of their target, that witcher, well, now you would know it's Sisha, burned the whole building down, locking the person inside.
Excuse me. I'm going to correct the record here because this is like a game of telephone. She didn't burn a building down with someone locked inside. She burned a church down with the priest tied up inside. It's an important distinction.
So be careful.
And he deserved it.
She tends to go for the overkill. And now you know.
I probably, like, as I had earlier seen the halfling Jet run over and take my kill, I would have probably looked down at him and said, "That was mine." Before I went to go get fixed up, I don't care about her burning a priest in a building.
Do you want me to bring him back to life so you can kill him or something? Sorry.
No. Just make sure you burn him. Don't need
Why?
neckers coming in here eating these bodies.
Fair enough. Probably ask the one that sets everything on fire.
Sisha, you mind burning them?
She's going to fix Jet with a very interesting stare. Well, I mean, you could bring him back to life. Then I'd just have to kill you too, but I mean, more money for me? And she walks over and burns the body. She's going to burn all the bodies after they've been looted because point is there are, in fact, ghouls and you don't want ghouls behind you.
Yep. That's why I was suggesting it.
Yeah, I'm just making a pile of
corpses.
There you go. There you go. And it always helps to have tokens at the ready, just for fun. But yes, it'll take like a bit of time. I wanted to know, Tannic and Harold, if you wanted to do anything.
Well, I think with all of the great rations that Harold has collected, I'll take a moment and having, of course, not gotten my hands dirty during that fight, I'll go sit back in the coach and pop open the bottle of wine and have a little celebratory drink. While I recover, I'll use the recover mechanic.
All right. And Harold.
Harold seems to be remarkably calm in all this chaos and waiting for the carriage to move on. Hands the bottle of wine over to Tannic, and then provides him some other food as well, and just kind of sits there and watches Slade make sure that between him and the doctor that they're going reasonably well. But other than that, leaves the killing to the killers.
All right. You would, after that hour has passed, everyone gets back on the coach, and the driver is visibly pleased at being surrounded with all of these armed individuals and powerful magic users that can just protect. He would turn to you during the hour and just ask, just out of curiosity, if any one of you would like to be hired in the business of protection for coaches.
How much?
We offer competitive salaries of 5 crowns a day.
Susha will kind of pull Binky back so that he's walking next to the coach. Friend, I don't get out of bed for less than 10. And she just keeps walking.
All right.
Seriously, that's a really low price. Come on.
For a Witcher, that's pretty low.
I mean, we're used to getting stuff thrown at us and not getting paid, but come on, that's just rude to offer it up front that low.
Right. We just protected this world from a bunch of ghouls and neckers from burning those bodies. We deserve payment for that.
Simon, I forgot. Oh crap! It's gonna take. No, we can't do it. I already didn't rewind time. I was gonna have her look at that acidy stuff on the body, but I didn't do it. So, oops.
You might have another chance because as you approach the estate, you would notice this fortified manor house with a nice semicircular tower in the back. The building itself is rectangular, 3 stories high, with that tower that goes 1 story above as well. It's built atop a low hill, surrounded by a sparsely wooded area. And at the bottom of the hill, there's this congregation of a few thatched roof houses and huts. Dirt paths lead from that location to farms that are located a couple hundred yards away. The road that you are on, the cobblestones begin to slowly give way to a hard-packed dirt road. You notice very few people outside on the road as you approach, though you can see movement in the village. The village itself is not fortified, but there are a few... you notice 2 teams of 3 armed individuals patrolling on the roads that lead to the farms outside.
Do they look more like bandits or like Crown's Guard or something like that?
They would look more like guards in the sense that they all wear the same uniform.
Okay.
So under their armor, you notice that they're all dressed in patterns of green and gray.
Does that mean anything to me?
Probably the colors of, the colors of the local lord, if you will, of Lord Centaur.
Okay.
But like they all, so like their tunic, for example, has like 1 arm green, 1 arm gray. The pants type of the same thing, like 1 leg is gray, 1 leg is green. So if they are mercenaries, they would all belong to the same sort of company. But otherwise, it looks like they're wearing uniform. Though as you approach, you notice that everyone's a little dirty. A little dirtier than usual. And the coach drops you up in the center of this hamlet before turning around and leaving. You notice that the tavern, or what passes for a tavern, is closed. There's a group of people waiting by the door. And they seem a little nervous. When they see the coach arrive, they sort of recoil and try to stick to the walls of the inn. Most of them, in fact, most of everyone in town is sort of covered in one way or another. Bandages or scarves or hoods. Everyone seems to have, well, Jet would probably have an inkling of what they're trying to cover up.
Mm-hmm.
No one comes to welcome you. No one comes to ask your business. They seem to try to keep their distances from all of you.
Guess they don't see many outsiders around here. Well, they don't like when the outsiders come.
That's not right. When a coach of this stature comes up, They should come to greet us. There's something very wrong here. Very
No,
wrong.
I agree.
Of course, they're all bandaged up. I mean, why?
Why were they bandaged? Doctor?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry, doctor.
Would I have any clue?
You can roll deduction or education, your choice. Both could lead to different answers.
Well, let's see. I think I'll go deduction.
Jet, would you have told us about that acidy stuff that you came across?
I might have mentioned it. I probably would have mentioned it to the Witchers at least.
Oh no, go ahead.
Having heard about it, would I make any kind of roll to determine what I know about that?
That would be along the same lines of it depends. If you think that you might have learned about it in a Witcher school, that would be Witcher training.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you want to know sort of why they're hiding themselves, that would be, like I said, deduction or education.
Yeah, I want to go with the Witcher training one, I think.
Okay. Is it? I can't remember if it's Witcher training is from Monster Lore as well, because she's thinking
Yes.
along the lines of what monster would leave this kind of.
That would be Witcher
Knowledge
training
of
too.
monsters and their adaptability in
Yep.
any situation, and then hostile environment and difficult terrain, things like that.
16 for Slade. And 22 plus a D10 for Kelly.
Awesome.
So 3 different answers. First, I'll start with the doctor. Simal, you've heard of many very contagious diseases. The Katrina plague, in fact, is the Witcher equivalent to the Black Plague. Well, in fact, the Catriona plague, which is in fact the Black Plague. They look like people who would be affected by that. Except normally, they would tend, especially if there was a doctor nearby, or even through, folklore, they would have learned to keep away from one another and not congregate in like these huddled groups that they're trying to stick around in. The bandages and everything, I figure that's probably where they've been affected. But upon closer examination of some of these groups, you notice that many of them are also hiding what appears to be missing limbs.
Oh gosh.
As for Slade, you have heard of in your Witcher training, there are curses that can act that way. There are definitely spells like a wasting disease that you can cast upon a person and leave them to rot forever. However, normally curses, and you would know with your check, it's normally like a personal thing. Like it affects one person because in order to curse someone, you need to have like a strong emotional connection. Now that's just everyone?
Would I know if a sorcerer could be capable of doing something like this?
Definitely. If you wanted more info, that would be the domain of Tannic, however.
Okay.
And as far as what monsters could cause that, for Sisha, there's a type of specter called the Pesta. And
It should have nothing to do with the Catriona plague. Nope.
Yeah, Pesta are like disease-ridden ghosts.
Mm-hmm. They spread disease.
But they normally rise from someone who died of
the disease. Mm-hmm.
which means that if that's the case, you might end up with an entire village of ghosts. Very angry ghosts, very soon.
Heck.
Good thing we're immune to disease, right?
Hey, we're fine. Everybody else is gonna have some trouble.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would ask Tannic then if would sorcerer be able to do something like this to these people?
It's a great question. Do I need to make a check to determine that, or do I know that offhand?
Mage training, your professional skill.
Okay. No modifiers on that, right?
No modifiers.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh no, that was the wrong one,
Oh.
but that's okay. It would have been the same number anyway. It would have been the one right above that.
Oh, gotcha. My bad.
But it's a +6, I think you have anyway.
yes, it is.
Yeah, so it's same number. There are magically engineered diseases. They're highly frowned upon. You should not, as a mage, use your powers to mess with people like that. Looking at them, it seems magical. It doesn't match any of the of known natural diseases that you would have seen or studied, but it does match a mix of a curse and maybe a ritual. You get the feeling with your check that someone tried something in this village. Maybe like an apprentice mage, someone who dabbled, tried something and it backfired. This reeks of a crit miss on a spellcasting check.
Yes, this it seems to me as though this is an example of magic gone wrong. It seems as though perhaps someone was trying something, something nefarious, mind you, and it has gone awry.
Can you fix it?
Oh, goodness. That is a very tough question to answer because I don't know the nature of it. Perhaps, but not quickly by any means.
We were here paid to kill a sorcerer. These people aren't our concern.
Susha will kind of hang back so that she's near Slade and Tannic while they're talking. The villagers are very much our concern because, well, if it's not a sorcerer, it's something else. And if it's something else, it's going to spread really quickly. And she'll just look over at Slade and say, Pesta.
Could the sorcerer have tried something and then messed up and become a pesta?
That could be.
It's possible. I mean, if he didn't take care when he was handling his own magic.
Sort of looks at Tannic. Not many mages do.
Or alchemy, because a lot of those mages dabble in that too.
Did the guards look better off than the civilians? Are the
Slightly.
guards also? Okay.
Slightly. I would say, and as that was Jet that asked the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who actually touched someone who was diseased earlier, you kind of get the feeling that the healthier you are, the longer it'll take for the disease to take hold. So it's sort of logical that the guards are probably the least affected because they're more in shape than some of the peasants around.
Gotcha.
Little weak peasants.
Yeah,
Um,
those are just peasants.
one of them overheard the conversation and says, "Hey, you said a sorcerer, I
Who's speaking? A guard?
what?
Was it a
The-
guard or a peasant?
Oh no, that was a
talking?
peasant. Sorry."
Peasant. Okay.
Simon,
Do you know
Yes.
anything about going on?
I know what's not going on. The Lord are helping us, that is. He left us to suffer and ran away.
Ran away. It was our impression that the Lord hasn't been here in quite some time.
Nah. He left his wife, he did.
He left
And-
his wife.
Oi. A
Hmm.
fat
How long has he
girl
been
was
missing?
one night. Well, about 6 months or so. And then, just a few moons ago, he sent them thugs, tried to beat us up and murder us in our sleep. Unfortunately for them, well, the missus at the estate had something to say, and now they're sort of preventing people from coming here. You shouldn't have. I don't know where you came from, but you shouldn't stay here. This entire land be cursed now.
So, if I may, first, may I get your name? Simply because Kelly loves making Simon make up names.
Name's Emil,
Okay.
Master Witcher.
So you're telling me that the Lord was here and he left his wife here, not that his wife came here on her own.
I know they'd be living together in the estate.
That's what he
Ah.
told us.
Yes, Sisha has a very much I told you so look, but she's not sure who she's directing it to. The Lord, how long after he left did the just kind of gestures to the other villagers, did this start?
Why, must have been a few weeks. The first person who got hit by the disease, as far we know, was a major domo.
Okay. Well, that would explain why he didn't write back.
Yeah, but by the time we realized he was sick, well, we asked for help. That there's this alchemist. He's inside the inn right now. Think he's still sleeping, lazy bastard. Should have been able to help us weeks ago. And now what we know is we're rotting away. We're rotting away. And like just to add to that, like as they say that, like
Bits are falling off.
like a few teeth just fall off.
This is actually in relation to my earlier crit. Would I know if there's a way to reverse the pesta curse? Have I ever dealt with that? If it is that. Yep, that's my thought.
If it is a pesta, you stop her, and then you hope that you have a doctor competent enough to heal everyone.
Yep.
Oh.
Fantastic.
But if it is magical, it might be dispellable.
Right.
But
So if it is your pesta, then it'll be close to impossible to save all these people.
Well, unless we find the original one. Who was the first one to die? You said the major domo?
Well, that would have been the major domo.
Mm-hmm. Did you burn him?
What?
Burn.
We
The
couldn't.
simpletons, of course,
Burn.
they didn't burn him.
Oh, don't.
We couldn't.
You couldn't.
Last we heard, he died in the estate.
Why couldn't you burn him then?
If it's in the estate, then they could have been denied access.
The doors are barred. the guards won't let any one of us in. And we haven't seen any pyres. Not for the last 6 months.
I've got a question. Our client tells us that they've been sending mercenaries this way to fix the problems.
We
you
met
seen
them on
any-
the road, I think he said.
Why?
The
They didn't-
mercenaries trying to jump us?
I
The
think
ones that we
so.
hired before?
They are no more.
The mercenaries first came to try to kill us. I think the Lord Zintar wanted to bury this whole story
Oh.
thing. It didn't work that way, and well, I don't know. They went to the estate one day, and when they came back, they didn't want to set the town ablaze. A few of us died to their blades in the initial raid, but
Perhaps
Now that I
the
think
wife
of
of
it-
the Lord hired them.
Sounds more like our employer sent us here hoping we wouldn't ask too many questions. He hired witchers because what's our reputation, Slade?
Killing things.
I think people fundamentally misunderstand what we kill.
We kill monsters.
Sisha is going to spur her horse towards the doors of the estate.
I'll follow.
Has it been made clear to me that if this is magical, it's something that could potentially be dispelled?
yes, that would have been part of your check earlier.
Then I will just to this peasant here say, would you mind if I did something very quickly? It shouldn't hurt, but I'm curious to know the result. Do you have a second?
Until the alchemist wakes up.
Yes,
Sure.
just stand there and give me a moment, and I will attempt to cast Dispel on this individual.
Sure. I will require a spellcasting check from you, please.
Okay. Let's just determine the nature of it right now. Basic roll. +2 because of my staff.
Ooh. I think you'll succeed. Yes. The magic in the disease leaves. You can feel it as a mage. And I forgot the medallions of the witchers are also shaking, vibrating.
Okay.
The thing is, so when it's dispelled, it will not grow any worse. And it is now curable. So someone can start recuperating from this disease, but only after the sort of spell that keeps it, like the curse that keeps it in place, is lifted.
I see.
When you cast your dispel, though, you know it's successful, but everyone else in the party hears this ear-splitting scream coming from the estate.
Sisha will look at
nails on a
Slade.
chalkboard.
Sisha will look at Slade and say, "Oh, look, they're singing our song," and starts spurring the horse faster towards the estate doors.
Yeah, I'll double time it there as well.
Simon,
Mind you,
sorry.
Binky's a war horse, so if anybody sees Binky like riding someone down, it's. I mean, the guards would probably be like, "Oh, let's open those doors."
Harold, yes?
Throw some coins to the peasant that's now healed, see the alchemist, and then command the driver to ride after the witches.
Okay.
Are there any guards nearby?
Oh, they move away when they see the group of armed individuals running. But if you want to flag one on the way, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many strong are the guard in this town?
Oh, we lost pretty much everyone. There's only the 6 of us.
Do you have any allegiance to the manor?
Aye, we're hired by the lady of the land.
How much do you get paid?
12 crowns a day. Why are you asking that?
Well, how about I pay each of you 50 to fuck off for the rest of the day.
The three of them look at each other.
Don't go near the manor. We've got 2 wishers at me back and a couple of spellcasters. So you're going to take these 50 and you're going to fuck off for the rest of the day. Savvy? Don't want you coming near that manor.
Alright, don't forget it's PG-13.
So sorry. I got lost in the roleplay.
Swear jar.
Oi, all right. We'll leave. And they take your 50 gold. It's like, well, if they split it among themselves, it's like a day off for them. So they're taking the day off. You, in the interest of time, we'll just fast forward to you rushed into the manor. Made your way following the Witcher's, actually I should put it like that. Following the Witcher's medallion to the tower. In fact, to the bedroom of the Lord and Lady of the estate. By the time you get there, you would have crossed paths with a lot of servants. They look like ghouls, and they act like such. They're, honeycomb skin all over the place. And they're just acting like wild animals. Destroying the estate, trying to grab at anything, trying to eat like furniture and such.
Are they still living though? Like, are they alive or not alive?
Technically, they wouldn't be alive because they would be like ghouls.
So these they're ghouls and not like cursed or anything, right?
Well,
It's
I'll use your Witcher
line.
training checks. It's probably like people for whom the curse ran its course.
So
Okay.
in that case, I do believe that at least Isha would be doing her job as she made her way to the bedroom.
Yeah, I would agree.
I was going to say they would have avoided you for the most part, but yeah, that'll be part of the cleaning house thing.
She does not look happy about this.
Yeah, I'm equally unhappy.
And she says to Slade, "This is the reason I asked for 3/4 up front."
He certainly didn't tell us the whole story.
You don't say. And make our way to the bedchambers with, I assume, everybody behind us.
The bedchamber doors
with the
closed.
priest going, "What are all these bodies doing back here?"
The doors are closed. You can hear the scurrying of chicken
Don't even.
and
I'm going to.
a soft moan. Like a oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna
are we
say,
using the
yeah.
feather or the whole chicken here? But
No.
anyway. So the doors are locked, I presume.
They are not locked, but they are closed.
Kick them open.
Well, why would you kick them open? Don't kick them open. We have to be fancy. And I'll dump a couple of 2 stamina points into the Ard.
Can I join her in that as well? That just both of us same time?
All right, so the 2 Witchers do their thing. They show up in front of everyone and like in unison cast
Kaboom.
hard. Yeah, I can't remove the doors from the
That's
thing,
okay.
but the doors are broken open.
They're gone.
Inside the bedroom are hordes of chicken.
Why are you doing this?
Cursed, diseased
I
chicken.
hate you.
Oh.
And this creature,
Why
like
am I
a
friends with
large
you?
ghost of a woman surrounded
See your
by
nose,
pleasant
fucking right.
eyes.
You were right.
I know
We're
I'm right.
not-
It's a side quest in Witcher 3.
I didn't even know.
Mm.
We're gonna skip initiative. You get the drop on them. So you each get a turn before things take a turn for the worse.
Oh.
Okay. Sisha is going to make a beeline for the ghost. And since we know this is a final boss fight, I don't have to conserve so much stamina.
What's your speed?
18.
What?
Jeez, Louise.
Listen, my run speed is 18.
Oh no, run is if you spend
Oh.
your whole turn running.
Oh, that's right. I'm stupid. Where's my speed? Where is it? Oh, 6, sorry.
Okay, so 6
Okay,
squares.
we're the
One.
same.
Yeah, my brain was a. So the first thing Sisha will do is she's going to run over to as close as she can get to the pesta, and she's going to dump 5. Nope, not Ard. Wrong button. Dump 5 points into Earden, which is going to at least keep her corporeal for a little bit, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stay back here. What's the range? 3 meters. You would not have the range for it right now.
Heck.
You can run up to her and use Earden next time.
If I run, which is a full action,
Yeah.
can I then use a point of stamina and do it?
The extra action is just an attack.
Okay, fine. I will get to there, and then I will, just before I do that, I'll cast Quen on myself with 1 point of stamina. So
Okay.
Quen, and then I'll prep Earden for the next part of that fight.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Okay, I think that I have a plan.
Mhm.
So, what is the charge attack when it comes into the swordsmanship?
So you would move twice your speed and
Okay, so
make
12.
no, sorry, it's you move your speed and you attack at the end. If you succeed, you drop the other person prone.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
So
well
it's
then
like
I,
it's not an attack that does damage, it's like an attack to drop someone to the ground. Like
not
a
sure
football
why,
tackle.
but this time I can't select my token for some reason.
Same.
No, it did the same thing. Okay, 2 seconds. Harold, you're good to go. Simal, good. Slade. Quick. Slade is okay. Tanix should be okay in a moment. Jet should be okay. And Sisha should be okay.
All right,
All right,
so I'm
you can
gonna
upload the
go
tokens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's an action to move up as well, or to move up a little further. So I guess I'll move up next to my Witcher friend and kind of form a wall with her.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Harold's going to move into a defensive posture, but the goal here is to freeze one of these creatures from attacking the witches. So the web of lies again, please. That's the kind of goal here, Simon.
Yep, 5.
Okay.
So
what's
just
the range of Web of Lies?
25.
Oh wow, yeah.
Goodness.
Can you make a spell casting check?
Certainly so. So whatever one looks closer to either of the two witches, I don't care which one it is because they're both,
Well, basically, you want to paralyze a swarm of chicken or the ghost.
The witches look like they've got the ghost underhand, but a chicken may cause them untold problems. So I'll stop the chickens. Who knew that would be a thing, right?
Yeah, that's a thing. So I'll put a token on one of them, like this.
Sure.
They don't get to save.
Oh, okay.
So you just make a horde of chicken question their very existence.
My work here is done.
I don't know how that works in their brain. But,
Are we chicken or are we fried chicken already? I don't know.
All right, who wants to go next?
What does it mean to be a chicken?
I can go next. I will
Alright.
move up my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over to there.
Okay.
And I'll do the same maneuver that I did last time and cast Alzur's Thunder, massive range, and I think I should be able to get the ghost, but also potentially these two swarms of rats.
Yes. Chicken in this case, but yes.
Chickens, yes. Sorry, I'm just looking at the picture.
Oh God. Can she be? Okay, she has resist magic. Yeah, she's gonna try to resist your
That's fair.
You're gonna have to beat a 24 with your spellcasting check.
Okay. I feel like this is okay. Remind me very quickly about the rules. If I get a 24 as well, that doesn't do it. I have to beat a 24. Yes.
You have to beat a 24.
Okay, cool. In that
Luck.
case, I guess that's not gonna get her. I have some luck points, but not enough to push it
Aw,
over
crap.
the limit. But at
And
least
you-
I can get rid of the chickens.
You didn't have a reroll or anything, right?
I think only Matt has a reroll.
And
Not
it's
to my knowledge.
it's a
And that's
negative.
only when Matt rolls well. He has to reroll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, bravely.
So no, but the roll for damage actually, because who knows, you might not be able to. Never mind.
Might not be able to hit that. Wait.
Oh yeah, but
With a you exterminate what is about 40 chicken.
So it was fried chicken then.
Nice.
Dinner time.
the other chicken like that's questioning itself is like, why did the chicken cross the road? Oh, it didn't. It got electrocuted.
We have Jet and Simal left.
All right. I'll charge up next to the Witchers, and I'll throw throwing knives at it.
Ooh.
I've got quite a few of those. I believe I can throw. I use small blades. Does a bonus action make 2 additional attacks with fast strikes?
Yes, if you use fast strikes, that would be 2. So you can theoretically throw like 4 knives in one turn.
That's what I'm going to try and do.
Dagger, 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 dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
One extra.
No, because the extra action you get to choose if it's a fast strike or a strong strike.
All right. There's the first set, and then how much stamina does that burn for the
1.
extra action?
1.
Okay.
You come in, you throw your 4 daggers, and they go through her body.
Silly boy. Tricks are for kids.
I was trying. Next turn.
Yeah, she needs to be made corporeal in order to be hit. But now you know.
All right then.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Simal, you're
He
next.
doesn't know these things.
Well,
No, that's it.
Symbol's just going to stay back with the bow. Don't need to go all the way in there and risk the doctor. But I was hoping those would hit because, I mean, the chickens are beasts, and beasts are fine for me as an elf. So I kind of just wanted to leave those chicken be. But I
They
guess
were
I
bad
will
chickens.
have to
Yeah, they're corrupt chickens.
anchor on these. It says any beast, but I will take my shot at these ones here.
Make your
Good.
shot. I rolled an 18. So long as you roll 18 or above, you're good.
Jeez.
I'm going to go for a strong strike.
Some dodgy chickens.
Travel bow. This is it still close range?
Yes.
Not really a location to target.
Nope.
Just a swarm of them. 21.
21, you hit. You don't need body location, so it's just straight up damage.
Damage.
Well, from their 10 hit points, you, with 1 arrow, I don't know how you do it, but it basically makes like you skewer like a bunch of chickens in a row.
Oh, these
I guess
chickens.
like 20 of them.
A shish kebab.
Roughly
shish kebab.
20 chickens.
It's
Like maybe
very
19
strange.
of them or so, you know.
Yeah, it's a very long arrow. Like let's not
They all just lined up in one
Let's
row.
not think
It
about
was-
it. Let's just
yeah.
not
Yeah.
think about the
Gosh.
physics.
So it's just a
1,
perfect
2,
shot.
3, 4, 5.
Ricocheted off the wardrobe and hit like 5 more chickens or something.
Just like Indiana Jones, where he just takes that shot and gets four of them at the same time.
Yeah.
We just did that with 20 chickens. Easy.
Yeah,
Many chickens.
many
Um,
chickens.
Many
The
chickens.
test will get closer to Slade, Sisha, and Jet.
Hi.
So
Hello.
technically, Slade and Sisha are fine, but Jet, if I roll under a 25, you take a disease.
Yay.
Not disease. However, everyone that is in melee with her have a -2 on everything. Just remember that.
Yay.
And she will attack. I'll roll a d3, and then 1 Slade, 2 Sisha, 3 Jet. Yeah, if he throws herself at Sisha.
Okay.
So, Sisha, you are getting clawed at
Okay.
twice. 23 on the first one and a fumble. Fumbles. Yeah, this.
How did
All right.
Geralt beat these things, man? We can't-
23.
Does Geralt beat these things? Exactly how Sisha's gonna beat this thing in a second.
Yeah.
Well, you need to roll higher than a 23 on the first one and higher than a 5 on the
And
second
which skill
one.
am I rolling? I'm so sorry, Simon.
Do you want to block? Do you want to parry? Do you want to dodge?
I'm going to I know what I'm talking about. No, I'm just looking for which one's the best.
One of them.
I just don't know why. I am going to dodge.
All right, go ahead.
Great.
Oh, nice.
I have rolled more criticals in this game than I've rolled since I started playing tabletop.
All right, that's the first one. Please roll higher than a 12 for the second one, or don't.
Well, no, I'm busy rolling my critical just so that I look extra cool
Yeah.
when I dodge. Thank you. Higher than a 12 for the second one.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. I think
I fine.
Just so everyone knows, this monster is technically a hard, difficult monster.
I know. That's the best part. Because I'm watching Simon's face slowly fall.
just like the last fight
going-
was a hard, difficult fight.
Mhm.
I don't. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
She's going to use her extra action, though, that she has to summon
Mhm.
2
Chickens.
more swarms of chickens.
It would
Look at all
normally be
those
rats, but
chickens.
thanks to whoever it was in chat that wanted chickens.
And so we'll skip initiative. We'll go around the table again because it'll be basically your turn, her turn, your turn, her
Okay.
turn.
My turn?
Whoever wants to go among the players.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay,
you go
so
first.
now I'm right next to her.
Yes.
So I'm just going to drop Earden right here. Earden, I'm going to throw 4 stamina into the Earden.
Ooh. All right. So she's
So
going
that's
to have a
going to cut-
-4 to movement and reflex.
And reflex.
Until they exit the circle. Okay. So I need to.
You have to get out of the circle, but we're going to beat the crap out of her before you get out of the circle, right, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm going to spend another stamina for an extra attack.
So I figure you put the circle where she is.
Yeah, it's around her. She's in the center of it.
Oh no, it's 1. It should be 1.5. So it's. Yep, that's the circle.
Okay, so now I'm going to. I spent my stamina. I'm going to do an extra attack. 2 fast strikes,
But I don't want you to.
but I don't care.
But no.
No.
I don't care.
All right. She's going to try to dodge with the penalties because she has a -4.
I do like someday it gives me the choice to throw my horse, and someday I'm gonna do it. I swear to God.
All right, she rolled a 22.
She rolled a 22. Okay. Random. Come on, Sisha. Well, second attack hits. Actually, 18.
Well, she rolled a 22 for the first and a 19 for the second. So the second goes through.
Actually, no, the first one's going to go through too, because Sisha hasn't spent any of her luck, so she's going to spend 5 luck.
Ooh.
All right. Roll for body part, I guess. And of course, so long as she's in the circle, basically, it's not just that she has the penalty, but she is.
Oh, wait.
corporeal.
So did you do the minus
What was
minus
that
to
first
those?
one?
Yes,
Yeah.
she would have been at plus 18. normally.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Just a casual,
Target location
Plus 18.
3.
Torso
And then
and
left.
a limb.
And then my damage.
24 for the first and
21 for the second.
10 for the second because it's half.
Oh, halved, yeah.
34. So I have to do math for a second. 74 minus 30. That's okay. I'm hurt. Who's next?
I'll go next. So seeing my Witcher friend attack it, I'm going to also do a similar action and attack it as well.
Oh, someone donated a reroll to the first player, the first PC to roll a nat 1. So whoever fumbles,
Nice.
you get the reroll. Like, of course, my hard, difficult fight.
Yay.
You should know
You know,
better by now, Simon.
There was a thing about like TPK for charity during our session. I don't know where that went.
Kill Josh for a good cause.
Yeah, well, that was it.
God.
The chickens are
Okay.
very scary, Simon. Very scary.
Yeah.
extremely terrifying. You
Yep.
should use geese
The-
next time.
I'm going to go ahead and use my luck to take that 18 up to beat it. So that's 3 luck off of me.
And can you also roll an extra D10 for the critical?
I most certainly can.
Oh no, that means you roll again.
Yep.
I look Titanic. Those
So-
chickens.
Dinner plans.
14.
They're diseased,
26.
Sisha yells at you.
All right, so you rolled a 40 against a 20. That's a deadly crit. Congratulations. Roll for the 2 body parts. The first one for your basic attack and the second one for the crit.
All right, so that's
Right.
the basic attack.
Yeah, torso. And then an arm. Okay, that's gonna be so she's going to take first of all 10 points of damage for free. And then can you please roll your damage? 19 for the first, 21 for the second, but halved, so 10. So she took 21 points of damage. And can you roll 2d6 to determine what happens?
Absolutely. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Simon's face means that it's great for us.
It's great for us, bad for the monster.
I think we just killed her in 2 turns and now he's sad.
Decapitated.
He's sad.
Yeah.
Wow. Just boom.
I mean, really, if I was being awful, I should have like convinced one of you to do what actually ends the quest in the game, which is kiss her.
Kiss her.
But I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have been possible in this case.
I know.
Just so you know, Samal, this sort of wound, decapitated, cannot be stabilized or treated.
Oh,
Just
Of
mean-
that.
for your own, doctor knowledge.
I mean, maybe it's
She's-
just a problem. The head's gone.
Yeah.
So because we're running over,
Maybe.
we're gonna wrap this up.
I heard we need to end quickly.
I mean, what did you expect, Simon?
So with the Pesta dead, the rest of you, especially Samal and Tanik, are gonna have to spend quite some time gathering people to dispel the curse on each one of them.
And the Witchers kill the ones that can't. Mhm.
And then Samal will need to start working on a medicine for that to treat them.
I've been given a
this-
lot of work from this quest.
At some point, I do think we go back to Lord Centaur and we have some serious words while we collect the remaining
Words.
1,000
think-
crowns.
I think she's going to treat the Lord like she did the mayor, Simon.
But here's the thing, and that might lead
I'm there
on
with
to
you.
a future quest. He fled town.
You don't say. Maybe that's why Sisha wanted more money.
Mm.
Maybe that's why we're really good at tracking things.
So maybe someday Slade, Sisha, Jet, Harold, Tanik, and Samal will get back together and track down Lord Zintar, who still owes them something like
A lot of
700
money.
gold each.
Never trust someone who offers to pay you a lot of money.
Yep. Never trust them.
That, everyone, was our one shot for charity for Jasper's Game Day. I hope you had fun, players. I hope you had fun, chat. Do we do Ash? Do we do call outs in chat, or do we end that here?
You can do it whatever you want.
All right. So everyone, if you have anything to plug, other streams that you're on, especially for this charity, if we have another chance of seeing you and potentially making life very difficult for your characters today or for the other game days, please go ahead, shout it out. We'll start with Josh first.
Sure. Hey, what's up? My name is Josh. I am a freelance tabletop game designer, and I stream here on Twitch 2, soon to be 3 days a week. I am also a Jasper's Game Day ambassador, much like the good folks here on this channel. So look forward to some fun Jasper's Game Day stuff that I'll have going on my channel at a soon to be determined date. Yeah, that's what I've got to plug. This has been a blast. So thanks for running it, Simon.
You're very welcome. Matt, you're next.
Yeah, I'm Matt, and that's about all anyone needs to know about me. I'm just a player. I'm a student doing stuff. I enjoy D&D and, well, this stuff in general. And I run quite a few things for my university. But that's
Cool.
about it. I don't have
Awesome.
anything to plug.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly, the Opera Geek. You can follow me pretty much everywhere fine beverages are sold at the Opera Geek. You can find me on Monday nights on WanderingDM's channel, playing definitely a wizard and not a sorcerer. On our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign, in which my husband also appears and spends his entire time trying to make my life miserable. I do also stream on Twitch. I'll be back tomorrow, again, the Opera Geek, and I think I'll be playing more Hades tomorrow. Other than that, I can't talk about anything else, so yay, NDAs.
Next, Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. In this game, I managed to hold some chickens, which basically is a life goal. Thank you, Simon, for running this amazing game and making this huge amount of numbers so easy by clicking buttons. Thank you, Kelly, for actually clicking those buttons, because I literally did nothing, which I have to say for a game is brilliant. So
Listen, you got them
Thank
a
you,
fancy carriage. I played a lot of Witcher, and I have yet to sleep in anything except a sleeping bag. So the carriage is definitely a great thing. You
and I
did
bought
stuff.
Josh lunch as well, as far as I can work out, and got him a fine bottle of wine. So
I mean, you
thank
obviously got better rolls than I did on your life
It was
path.
a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody in chat, for being lunatics, and can't wait to see what we do to the next couple of games.
And well, thanks for coming. And by the way, you held roughly 20 chickens.
It's an impressive feat.
I didn't
yeah.
shoot 20 chickens. If I did that, I'd be Matt.
Slade, you're next. Where can we find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on here on the Are You Sure You Want to Do That channel. We're going to be doing more streams and stuff going forward. I'm going to be starting a homebrew campaign Monday, probably not this Monday, but probably like next Monday or something like that. We're taking a little break after the event. We're going to have other things going on here as well, different days. Looking like we're going to have something Thursday. Not sure what it is yet. Maybe more one-shots where you guys can mess with us and stuff. Things like that. But yeah. Hopefully we can get some of you guys back on here to play in those one shots and whatever else we got going on. But yeah, we also have another event going on in March for Jasper's Game Day as well. Not exactly sure the day and the time, but we'll figure it out.
Cool. Thank you, by the way, for hosting this on your channel.
Oh yeah, and thanks
it's-
Kazo for streaming it, and Ash for getting all these people in, and Mary for streaming the other days and times that we have streams, because they're both all the streamers here. I don't stream, I just play a game, and I DM'd one game, so that was really it.
Oh.
But they're the ones doing all the hard work. Ash and Mary, my girlfriend, and Kazo. They're doing the work here.
Yeah. Please cheer in chat for the production crew in the back. But before we let you go, Rymac.
Hi guys. Hi. It was a pleasure and an honor being a part of this one shot. Thank you, Simon, for running and being our DM, and I had a lot of fun with all the players. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at MXRymac. I left a donation for the swear jar. Sorry about swearing again. If you stay tuned to this channel, Feldaleb's game should be next or later tonight. Be sure to help him out or torture him. He's a good buddy of mine. And I'm also part of the Arcane Gate, where over on our channel we do charity one-shots as well for our Children's Miracle Network. So stop by sometime and hang out with us there.
And
Awesome.
thank you so much for coming. Thank you everyone for agreeing to play in this Witcher one shot. I'm Simon, Wandering DM. You can find me on my channel, Wandering DM, and at Wandering_DM on Twitter. Look at everything. We really need to go. So thank you everyone, and have a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.